The gaslights flickered over 10th Street in Washington. It was a cool spring evening, the 14th of April, 1865. A light breeze carried the scent of lilacs, a reminder that spring had finally arrived. The city, still bearing the scars of war, dared to hope for a brighter future. Inside Ford's theater, laughter echoed through the packed house. The President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, was in attendance. Lincoln, weary from the burdens of leadership, sought a brief respite from the cares of office. He had just guided the nation through its darkest hour, a bloody civil war that had tested the very soul of America. The war was won, the Union preserved. A sense of relief tinged with exhaustion clung to him like a shroud. He sat in the presidential box, accompanied by his wife Mary and their guests, Major Henry Rathbone and his fiancée Clara Harris. The play, Our American Cousin, was a light-hearted comedy. Little did they know that history was about to take a tragic turn. As the third act commenced, a figure lurked in the shadows of the hallway behind the presidential box. John Wilkes Booth, a handsome actor and Confederate sympathizer, clutched a Derringer pistol and a dagger. His eyes burned with a fanatic's zeal, his heart pounded with a deadly purpose. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, was a man forged in the fires of crisis. Born in a log cabin in Kentucky, he rose from humble beginnings to the highest office in the land. His journey was one of self-education, hard work, and an unwavering belief in the promise of America. When the storm of secession broke in 1860, Lincoln stood as a beacon of unity and resolve. He vowed to preserve the Union, even if it meant war. The Civil War tested his resolve, his humanity, and his faith in the American experiment. As Commander-in-Chief, Lincoln guided the Union war effort with a steady hand. He understood that the war was not just about preserving the Union, but about ending the moral scourge of slavery. In 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a document that would forever change the course of American history. It declared that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are, and henceforward shall be free. Lincoln's leadership during the war was marked by both strength and compassion. He bore the weight of command with a heavy heart, agonizing over every casualty, every battle. He saw the war as a crucible, a fiery trial that would ultimately purify and strengthen the nation. While Lincoln fought to save the Union, a venomous hatred festered in the heart of John Wilkes Booth. A renowned actor from a prominent theatrical family, Booth was a fervent supporter of the Confederacy. He saw Lincoln as a tyrant, a dictator, who had trampled on the rights of Southern states. Booth, consumed by his warped ideology, believed that Lincoln's death would somehow avenge the South's defeat. He envisioned himself as a hero, a righteous avenger striking down a despotic ruler. He gathered a group of like-minded conspirators, men blinded by their own bigotry and resentment. Their initial plan was to kidnap Lincoln and spirit him south, to be held hostage in exchange for Confederate prisoners of war. However, as the war drew to a close, Booth's desperation grew. With the Confederacy on the brink of collapse, he hatched a new, more sinister plan. He learned that Lincoln would be attending a performance at Ford's Theater. The seed of an idea took root in his twisted mind. He knew the layout of the theater intimately. He knew that the presidential box had a flimsy door with a loose lock. He saw an opportunity to strike a blow for the South, to etch his name in the annals of history, albeit in infamy.